it's Christina. Welcome back to Paranormal TV. So subscribers sent me in 2 stories that they said I could read on my channel. It's experiences that they had. If you have any experiences, let me know down below and let me know if you want me to read your experience, because I will. And if you do want me to read your experience, just let me know if you want me to say your name or not. And yeah, let's get started. So this story comes from Chris, and they said they were about 12 years old at the time and they were visiting their aunt and uncle in Georgia. By the way, I've always wanted to go to Georgia. So it was the middle of the night and Chris and their brother were sleeping. Chris woke up and saw a little girl looking up at them. So Chris woke up their brother because there is a girl in your room that does not belong. However, the brother didn't see the girl. I don't know if the girl disappeared, but Chris decided to go back to sleep, which is brave because I know that my siblings wouldn't be able to go back to sleep. However, if I am really tired, nothing can keep me from my sleep, not even a ghost, but I know a lot of people would be too afraid to go back to sleep. So in the morning, Chris decided to check out where the little girl was, and there was a fake plant there, but there wasn't really anything that would necessarily resemble a girl. But they did find out later on that day that their aunt's friend had unfortunately passed away. So when Chris was about 9, they had another experience, and Chris was asleep and heard the sound of heartbeats, which kind of reminds me of the Telltale Heart. I love that story. The heartbeats got louder and louder until Chris yelled, and then they just stopped. But the next morning, Chris found out that unfortunately Chris's grandmother had passed away, which is really awful and really sad. I'm sorry to hear that you lost your grandmother at such a young age. I lost my one grandmother when I was pretty young, but I really didn't know her. She was on my father's side, and I've mentioned before I didn't really have a relationship with people on my father's side. I'm pretty lucky though, because my grandmother on my grandfather's side is still alive, and I am so close to my grandmother and my grandfather, and I'm also close to my stepdad's mother. And whenever my stepdad's mom is sick, I always dream about it, which is really weird. I was thinking about doing videos about this. I probably will, but I'm just going to get into it briefly here because I feel like I can kind of relate to Chris's story. I would have these dreams about my grandmother, and she was always sick in my dreams, and I would wake up and be like, Mom, I think that something's wrong with Nan, and she would insist that she was fine, and then we would later find out, no, something was wrong with Nan, and she was pretty sick, and this would happen every time she was sick, but luckily, Nan is doing pretty well today, so I'm pretty lucky with that. But thank you so much, Chris, for sending in your stories. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!